that. All right, can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go to the bring up the chat box. Close this out. I should have used my wife as a test to see if anybody was on here.
Troy, look to see if anyone's on.
Hello.
Okay, so let's give it a couple of minutes, see if anybody gonna come in here. I can always go back and edit the show and to the point where people are showing up. I would think that the somebody in the network will be here waiting.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Candace. Natasha, where y'all at?
Okay, so let me change screens for a second.
Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah.
I'm not doing that one.
If it was bigger and had if it was bigger, a little higher, and a couple little money signs in there, 3 of them, money bags like he's got. I wear my hat when we're out shopping and stuff.
I need my.
Yeah.
I
need it too.
No, you can't tell.
When I have my pony in, you're good.
Shoot, I look rough and rugged, boy.
Oh, I needed to take my.
Okay, did anybody pop up?
I didn't see nothing, man.
Look like I see 2 people here. Oh, there she go. Sue in here. Do y'all see Sue?
Nope, I don't see Sue, but hi, Sue.
What's up, Sue?
Don't open up. Y'all can't open up the chat? Should be able to see the chat box.
I see private chat and live comments.
Hit comments.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. And you can type it. You can respond back in there if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for coming by, Sue. Sue is a reseller as well. I met her in well, actually, the first time I seen her was on Bearded Picker Show. And then I happened to run into her at Walmart, and it was just like I seen a celebrity in reselling.
Hey.
So basically, she was the one to tell me to go ahead and turn the camera on. And
oh, that's her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So and she have a YouTube channel as well. So and her YouTube channel is She Sells by Sue. So yeah, she
we do follow her.
Yep, we follow her on Instagram.
Okay, good. Okay, so trying to see if anybody else gonna pop in here. Okay, so my wife popped in here.
Hey.
So I'm surprised people from my network didn't come in here.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem with them.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good. We just all the way across town. Okay. All right. So Buffalo Picker. I am a part-time reseller. I work for the federal government full-time, and I've been reselling for 2 years. And this is my first live show, so it's only fitting that I bring in the Glass City Pickers because they was the first people that I told about reselling, and they jumped in with feet on the ground and running. So with that being said, Chris and Tanya, go ahead and tell the folks that we have in the chat a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us first and foremost. We're Glass City Pickers. I'm Tanya.
This is he. I'm Chris.
This is Chris.
Yes, ma'am.
Like Buffalo Picker said, we met with him, and then he gave us a little insight about it, and we jumped in with him
and went crazy. We've been chasing this money ever since off his blueprint. So here we are. Glass City Pickers in the
It's-
flesh.
It's an adrenaline rush.
Yes, the hustle is real.
So what platforms do y'all currently sell on?
We sell on eBay, Amazon, and Facebook Marketplace.
Those
Right.
are the three right now.
Those are the three main ones. I did start an Instagram page, so I'm still a little iffy on if I'm even doing it correctly, but I know that my store's up there on eBay, and I think I can sell things off of there too.
Okay. I mean, we all new to this social media thing anyway, so we're
Right.
kind of trying to get our hands around this like we have with reselling. And it's gonna come in time. We just got to be persistent, you know, and don't give up. You know, like I said, this is my first live show. And I'm still, you know, I got 8 videos out there, but I'm still feeling my way around because 8 I know is like a molehill to a mountain compared to the amount of videos people got on YouTube. But we're gonna get there. We just got to keep chopping that wood.
Yes, sir.
So y'all are out of Ohio. So what is the sourcing like in Ohio?
I'll tell you right now, the sourcing like in Ohio, we have to go to Michigan. We have to go all around different places to source like we source, like Pittsburgh. We have to go Georgia, Indiana. We have to go a lot of places.
I'm sure that there's more places in Ohio to source.
Yeah.
But where we're at, and I work full time, it's a little bit hard for us. So there's I would say a handful of stores that we can go to and source during the evenings when I get off of work and the weekends. But if we really want to source, we need to go. We need to drive a little bit.
We need to get in the truck and get the ride.
But we don't mind.
We don't.
Right.
We don't mind.
Right.
We be some road warriors for this money. You know,
Right.
and you know, like you always taught us, scanning is the best thing for the business. So we try to get out as much as possible and scan, no matter what. You know, if we're shopping for the house, we try to scan. You know, it don't matter what we're doing. We try to scan.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you in reselling, especially on the retail arbitrage side, if you're not scanning, you ain't winning, because there's no way you're gonna go into a store and figure out what are some good selling items without scanning. And you know, the Amazon app is a good item. I mean, program to use to scan products. And you know, I use Scoutify as well. That's another app that comes with Inventory Lab.
Yeah.
And so when you you know, when you just started out in this business, I know that, you know, your main thing is trying to get enough money to buy products and focus in on the products. But once you start making money in this business, you definitely want to improve your tools to help you be more efficient with this resale game. So that's where I'm at right now, is just trying to find tools that will make this job or this, you know, hustle more, you know, for me to do.
Right.
So is there any additional tools besides the Amazon FBA app that you all use when you're going out to source products?
eBay.
The eBay app, we use the Walmart.com.
Yeah.
That will show you what other stores, because if we're in a store sometimes and we're at Walmart scanning something, if I, instead of the eBay app, we'll look at the Walmart.com app and it will say, hey, the store across town has it $10 cheaper. Well, you know where we're going? We're going to the $10 cheaper store. So we can flip that and make that money.
Right.
So besides the retail arbitrage, have y'all, you know, seeked out to try to do any other type of sourcing? Have y'all crossed over into liquidations or anything like that?
Yeah.
We did go to Indianapolis last summer.
Last summer we did. We our first pallet. We went up there to Burton's up there in Indiana, and we found some good stuff out of there. That pallet was good for us. We tripled that pallet.
We're wanting to go get another pallet here soon, because I think that's just the way.
Right now,
we liked it.
You know, when we hit that, you know, we really did a good job on that, and everything sold. Some things sold on Facebook, some things we sent to Amazon, but a lot of things sold on Facebook Marketplace. Honestly.
Yeah. So you mentioned you all had to go to Indiana for your pallet. So There's no places in Ohio that you can find pallets.
Actually, I've been looking. Actually, I've been sourcing and networking, and there are a couple places in. There's one in Plain City, Ohio, near Columbus, probably about an hour north of Columbus, so 2.5 hours for us to drive.
Right.
But to me, if we're going to go spend $200 or $300 and I'm going to make $1,200 on it, that's worth the 2.5 hour drive. Have a nice lunch, drive down there, make some money.
Company. And, talk about what we're trying to do with our business, because we're trying to make this grow. I know she works full time and I stay at home and take care of the business at home. But when I get out, when it's time for us to get out and do our sourcing and scanning and stuff, I have to wait till she get home, So on that being said, sometimes we being limited on some things. So I get online and order stuff and do my due diligence on that. But like she said, we're ready to go and transform, because when we did that pallet tee, honestly, Buffalo, I loved it. I really did. I really wanted to make that happen more for say.
So I'm reading some of the comments, Tom, and Sue says Inventory Labs, which you mentioned, is one of the first things to get if you really want to be in business. So I guess Glass City have to step up a little bit, because we don't have that yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a tool that it will make the whole process for FBA sellers. It will make the process that much easier than what you have to go through to process your items to send to Amazon through the Amazon website. I mean, even though with Inventory Lab, you still have to eventually go to the Amazon website to ship, but everything is right there in Inventory Lab. I mean, you put an item in one time. If you source that item, 6 months from now, it's gonna pop right back up once you put the UPC code in. I mean, I have a scanner that I use, so it make it even better. I don't have to sit there and type in the UPC code for every item. I just scan it. It pops up. It populates. If I want to change the price for what I want to sell it for, I do that. If I want to change the price for what I purchased it for, I can do that. But it just memorizes everything that you put in there. And then it's other tools that come in there too. It give you a pie chart based off of, the Amazon, what you paying in storage fees, the separation from amount of money that you spent to purchase your item compared to the amount of money that you're going to get in return on that investment. All that stuff is broken down into a pie chart. So it's quite a bit of information that is offered. I mean, you definitely want to go like a YouTube tutorial and take a look at it and see if it's something that you want to invest in. I mean, for me, I've been with it for over a year and I love it.
I know. I mean, you're telling us. I know.
Yeah.
And not only that, the app that I like, you can do a little bit more with the scanning app as well. I mean, I have my scanner Bluetooth to the app, and when I go in the store, I scan it, and it's different things that you can look at. Also, you can do your research right there with Kiefer app.
Yeah,
the Kiefer app is right there. The camera is right there. All that stuff is right there in your hand to be able to make a informed decision on purchasing that item.
Okay. Yeah, well, every tool help, man.
And you see the comment Sue just put in there, but
she's the best right now because she's just letting me know everything. I'm gonna keep that in your lab, Sue.
yeah. Sue is a veteran in this business.
We appreciate it.
Yes,
right.
That's
like I said, when I met her at that Walmart, I mean, if somebody could have got a picture of how I was looking when I seen her, I was like, I came up to her. I said,
I think
are you Sue?
He did tell me about it.
Yeah. So man,
superstar.
I mean, it was just good to meet somebody you seen, on YouTube that is in the reselling business.
Right.
And you happen to just be there doing your thing on sourcing products, and lo and behold, they're the person you see on YouTube, so it was great. I mean, she was very friendly, and we had probably 5 to 10 minutes discussion, and actually took a photo with her. She still got the photo, I hope. and hopefully she can send it to me so I can, one day do a little video and throw it up in my in one of my videos. But
that's for sure.
Yeah, so
I'd like to meet her one day too.
Say again now.
I'd like to meet her one day
too.
Yeah, we would, because you seems knowledgeable.
She actually sent me a text about doing a meetup here in Atlanta. So maybe we can, when y'all come down from Ohio, maybe we can all, plan that, and all the resellers get together, and we can just have a chit chat, drink or something, But so besides the pallets, the RA, do y'all do any OA, do online arbitrage? Do y'all get involved with that any?
Yeah, I'd be at home majority of the day, so that'd be my job. So I'd be online looking through Walmart, TJ Maxx online, every store that I can get into. I try to see what they got. If I can get a deal, clearance sales, I really hit a lot of clearances online. If I can get some good stuff, that's what I do. So I can, ship it, get it shipped here, and then we get it shipped back out of here. You know what I mean? So
right.
I done found some good things online, man. I wish I can. If I can show y'all our room right now, I could pull something out to show them, the viewers.
So do you use like for the online arbitrage, besides the big box stores and websites, do you try to go to like OfferUp or Let Go or any of those places, or Craigslist, to try to find items to sell?
She went on Let Go, but I haven't honestly.
I have gotten some Barbies on there at a really good deal. I do look at Facebook Marketplace, not only to sell, but to buy. I've gotten some great Barbies on there and resold those on Amazon.
Yeah.
And I pretty much, honestly, triple or quadrupled my
investment.
Yeah.
Honestly. So that'd be something I'd be looking into, more per se, to get to grind off of that too. Because like I said, I go to them big box stores and I try to get, some good deals out of their clearances. Anything that I ain't seeing in the stores, I'm trying to see if they got it online, So that avenue will be something to look into. Real talk. Appreciate the lookout.
Yeah, I see that Sue had mentioned they got a meetup in June in Nashville. I don't know if that's for Amazon or eBay. Sue, if you listening, can you respond and see if that eBay or Amazon to meet up?
She wants to do dinner in Atlanta. I say Papados.
You say Papados.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That was good eating.
Okay, I know.
Well, thank you to all the viewers that then came in here watching us. If it's only Sue, appreciate you. That's what name is that? I need some readers. I'm gonna end up having to buy me some readers.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get with you about this live broadcast too, because I think everybody that signed into the come into the room to watch, I think they have to put a comment in here. I'm not for sure.
So we have another Sue in the building. She wants to know, can you put a link to some of the tools you use under this video for us beginners?
Yeah, I will do that. I will do that.
That's Sue in Indiana.
Oh, that's okay. Hi, Sue. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for coming by. Definitely. When this video get ready to be posted, I'm probably just gonna make it private to do a few things, and the tools is one of the things that I will add to this video and then put it back public.
Well, just to be saying, since Sue in Indiana.
No, that's not Sue in Indiana.
That's not that Sue?
I don't know.
If it is that Sue,
where are you from?
If it is that Sue in Indiana, we were planning on going and doing a little road trip this weekend to Indiana before the Super Bowl. We was planning on doing that tomorrow morning.
Right.
And we were gonna get in touch with her.
We're gonna meet. No, that's Dawn.
That's Dawn. It's Indiana. Okay, yeah, that's Dawn.
Okay,
yeah, Dawn in Indiana. So because she got the link too. If she on here, if she pop up here, please give us a shout out and give us a call. We're gonna give you a call, because I was thinking about a road trip, honestly, because we got some good stuff out of Ollie's. We go to Ollie's too, man. Ollie's be having good things in there. Lately, they've been iffy because they changing stuff. We got a new Ollie's store coming up by us.
in March.
In March. And what's the other one that's coming?
The Burlington.
Burlington. We got a Burlington.
So those are just a couple other stores that we source.
Yeah.
For flipping.
We try.
Right.
So
outlets is definitely I mean, I made a lot of money out of
outlets. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing about those types of stores is once they get the customers, they start changing their prices, going up on prices, which I mean, I understand the business aspect of it, but at the same time, for the reseller, we're going in there looking for the deal. And if I know I purchased something from you last year for $9 and now it's $19,
no,
I'm not going to make the buy.
No.
Because you just cut into my profit. So, I don't go there as much as I used to, but I'm going to start putting it back on my route to, at least hit a couple. Because here in Atlanta, I mean, it's probably about 30 to 40 of those stores around in the metro Atlanta area.
Right.
Ross is open in the summer of Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
So this is her from Indiana?
Dawn, is that you? I don't know. And you know what, Big Time? I can't reply back for some reason.
You can't reply back?
It's not letting me. So I'm kind of just shouting out to everyone because
okay. I thought I don't know. I got to find out about that feature because I thought
showing the people that's popping in or saying comments, but it's not letting us respond off our end. Put it like that. It might let you respond off your end, but it's not letting us respond off our end.
Okay. Well, I'm sitting there chat right now, so
let's see what. The Buffalo Picker can chat, and I'm just shouting out.
Yeah. So.
Well, I know honestly, Buffalo Picker, with your insight and guidance that you then gave us, we've been trying our best to do our due diligence and make this business grow. I can honestly say we've even been watching other people online and everything else. That's
right.
What's up? We've been watching other people online and everything. Resell. Let me see. Rally Roots.
Just to learn the business.
Yeah, just different insight.
And
sorry, not to cut you off. Even off piggyback off what you done told us already. And we're not saying questioning what you done told us, because I believe when you tell us something, it's bona fide because you do your research. So we go in there and I'm just looking at videos and I'm telling her, I'm like, this is real. This is not nothing fake about this. This is real. Nothing you got to do is put some time and effort into this. We will win. It's all
Trust me. With this business right here, you always got to be trying to educate yourself. You know, just because, I gave you the blueprint, that doesn't mean that you can't go and enhance what you learn.
Right.
So I'm always learning too, because the thing about this business is you got to evolve. You can't just stick on one lane and say, okay, well, this is all I'm going to do, because just like anything else, it's going to pass you by, know.
And think about it. We've gone from eBay to Amazon to Facebook Marketplace to YouTube.
Right.
We keep, it never hurts to try. You're not going to.
Sue is schooling us about this program on
I see that. Only the hosts can.
Yeah, so she said you can if you log in on your phone and make a comment. So I mean that's good food for thought for the next show. But like we mentioned in the beginning, we new to this. We're gonna try to feel our way through it. And with people like Sue that's experienced, I mean, she can help, guide us along.
Hey, she's showing love.
That is Dawn.
That's for sure. That's Dawn.
Yeah.
Hey, Dawn. I was just to see you.
Yeah. So definitely you want to, you definitely want to enhance what you have, all aspects, because like I said, in this business right here, if you don't, try to progress, you're going to get left behind, and these tools, the more time that you get into this business, the more tools you're going to want and need, because you got to think, you don't have the same inventory that you started out with a year ago. You don't have the same type of money you started out with a year ago.
No.
So with those things being said, with your inventory increasing, your money increasing, you got to increase your tools too. And
it doesn't really take much to get started in this. I think we started with
a couple hundred,
$200 to $300. started in it.
Right.
And that was, you know how long we've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I took it for granted. I'm not going to lie. I took it for granted. I was on the outside looking in while you and her was working. And I was just sitting there listening to y'all. And I was like, man, this is really real. Then I got to seeing sales coming around the corner. I'm like, hold on, they ain't playing. And so I started easing on in, just listening even more. So I figured to myself, I said, if you're going to invest your money in this, you're going to have to be in this too. You can't be a silent partner. You're going to have to be a full-time partner.
Right.
Another trip to the post office.
Hey.
It's just like I tried to explain to a couple people that didn't bite on joining the business is that why are you going to take $500 and put it in the bank to get your 2% for the year when you can take that same $500 and flip it to get 80 to 100% or even 150% on the return.
Right.
So it's all of course it's all depending on the product that you find to get that type of return. But I mean, I'd rather take my money and make it work for me than to just let it sit in the bank. And they give you their little 2 pennies on it at the end of the year, but yet they making your $500 work for them.
Right.
Right.
So I tried to explain the analogy to them, but Resell said, this ain't for everybody.
Well,
you tell 100 people and only 1 or 2 going to do it, and that's so true.
And I was skeptical when we met about it, when we talked about it. I was skeptical, not skeptical about what you were saying. I was just skeptical, like, man, I don't shop online. Who's shopping online? That's the way my mind was thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I ain't shopping online. I knew she shopped online, but I'm like, I'm not shopping online. Ain't that many people shopping online. But my mind got blown. I can tell you that. My mind got blown. So I'm happy that we decided to take this journey with you, man. And I'm proud of us, man. I really am.
Learn and grow, and continue to learn and grow.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the key. That's the key. It doesn't matter, where you're learning from. If that person, is successful, you want to gravitate and get some of that information.
And
because all it can do is make you better.
Right.
I don't sit and envy nobody in this business, because the way I see it is, if they can get money, I can get money too. So I'm going to see what are you doing to get that money.
Yeah.
And I'm going to follow it, So, I mean, it's kind of productive for anybody to sit around and envy another reseller. I mean, basically, if I see somebody making $150,000 a year, what that tell me is I got to step my game up, because that's $150,000 that I could be making too.
So I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just got to let everybody know, because we started on eBay and I was afraid to start on Amazon. So of course, Buffalo Picker over here would be sending me what he was making, his little screenshots and everything. And I'm like, I'm aspiring to that. He's my inspiration.
Yeah, motivation,
my inspiration. So now that's what we all want to do, is motivate and inspire other people. But I was nervous.
I tell you, if nobody know, if you see some of our videos, Glass City Picker videos, they are out there. We're going to have some more coming this weekend. But if you see any of our videos, we get out rain, sleet, or snow. It don't matter. We getting out trying to get it. And we getting out trying to hustle. And the focus is growing the business, growing the brand. And if we can grow the business and grow the brand, I'm all for it.
So Dawn was interested in learning what type of products to look for and how to tell if it's a good item to sell.
Yeah, let me comment on that right there. So the key to finding out if an item is a good product to sell is you got to do your data research. You got to use the tools that are given by those platforms to determine whether or not it's a good item to sell. It may be a good item to sell on eBay, but yet not a good item to sell on Amazon or vice versa. Right. But you have to use those tools for those different platforms when you scan the items to determine whether or not it's a good product to sell. Now, I can say, Don, that we have another show that we do on Sundays where we really just go in depth on talking about reselling for the beginner and, you know, what you need to do and how you need to do it. And if you want to, you definitely welcome to come to that show, and we can kind of get down and dirty on, you know, the small things that you need to learn as a beginner.
Yeah, the nuances.
Not this Sunday. It's Super Bowl Sunday, though.
No.
Yeah, not this Sunday. This is a holiday Sunday.
Well, you know, I can show Dawn something. I'm gonna show her something. I'm gonna step away for 1 second.
So,
Okay.
So basically, Dawn, when you get your when you sign up to eBay or Amazon, you're going to get what's called a seller's app. That's what's going to be downloaded on your phone, and that's what you're going to go to the stores and scan with.
I don't know if you can see this, Dawn. Is this up? Can you see that?
Yeah. You're like Shelly. You don't have to
Okay, I apologize. Okay, this right here. I got this from Kroger's. Okay, I went into Kroger's and was just scanning stuff in Kroger's while she was shopping, looking for the grandkids some medicine. This was on their clearance for $11. When I did the comps on it, it was going on Amazon for $32. Okay, so when I broke it down, my $11 and the 30 is going for 32, and they fees. We were going to profit $12 as a profit. So we doubled our money off of it. I spent $11 and gained $12. So it's just about going in there, getting your tools, and going in there scanning.
Yeah. So to respond back to Tanya comment about my graphs. Yeah, I knew that I had to give you all more than just, you know, this a good hustle to get into. So I knew that I had to find something else to give you all to get you more motivated than you were to be able to go full-fledged into this business. So that was one of the reasons why I was transparent with my numbers, to show y'all that this was real. This ain't no scam scheme or whatever. This was real. Right. So that's why I used that to kind of as a motivation tool to get y'all more, you know, geared up to really get into this resale business. And I'm gonna tell you, like, for me, when I first started in this business, I had sat around for almost 6 months watching videos, sitting on the fence, wasting time. I should have been in this business 3 months before I actually started. But I can tell you this, when I got my first sale off an item I paid $12 for and was able to sell it for 45, I was hooked. That was it. That was it for me. You know, I knew then that this is what I need to be doing. So like I said, you know, in a couple of videos that I made, I am a part-time reseller working for the federal government, but my vision is to eventually become a full-time reseller and work for myself.
Right.
I think that's all our vision right there. You know,
right.
I stay at home all day, boy, but if I was driving, I'd be out every day, all day.
Right.
Until she got off and I come swoop her up and pick her up. Let's go. We ain't done, you know, so. But, you know, things have to happen the way they happen. So I'm very patient. I know it's going to come. I know. As long as we stay persistent to what we're doing, I know it's going to come. And right. I hope the people that's listening, I hope they really feel like they can do this too.
You can do it.
You really can, you know, and you know, you might get frustrated and everything. We got frustrated, but we kept pushing because you got people here. If you need us, we're here for you. That's for sure. You need us.
Right.
Networking.
That's what it's all about.
Right. You got to network. You got to network. I had to learn that the hard way, but you got to come out of those shadows. You cannot stay in the shadows with your hands like this, thinking you got to keep everything to yourself because you're not going to make it. That mentality right there is only going to get you so far in this business. You got to get out and network, meet people, you know, learn what other people doing, learn about places you ain't never heard of. You know, if you stick to yourself and not try to network out and get information from people, you'll be passing by a bunch of honey holes and then you will know they were honey holes.
Right.
And for everybody out there in the audience, when I say honey hole, I'm talking about a place where you can go and source products and make good money.
Right.
You know, so it was, case in point, when I was in Tennessee, I ran into a guy having a yard sale. And, based off of the stuff that he had, I knew it came from a pallet. So I went and talked to him, and come to find out, he was getting his pallets out of Georgia. I pass by this place every time I go to Tennessee, never knew it was over there. But because I took the initiative to talk to him, I end up finding out another place where I can go source products.
Right.
That's something.
Yeah.
Boy.
Just talking to people.
Well, closed mouths don't get fed. That's for sure. You keep your mouth closed, you won't eat.
Right.
Don, just stick with us. You'll be able to do it.
Believe that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it takes. First off, is the be encouraged to do it. Don, if you're encouraged to do it, we got enough people in our network know what to do to get you started. So, like I said, if you want to come to the meetings that we have on Sundays, we definitely, will try to connect with you so that you can come to those meetings and start learning exactly what you need to do. Because the main thing with me, when I started mentoring Glass City Pickers and a few others, my thing was try to teach them in a way to minimize their mistakes and make sure that they don't make the same mistakes that I made when I started. So that's why I say it's always good to get with somebody better than you. Because if you can, that's going to minimize your mistakes if you listening. That's right. The key. You got to listen.
Exactly.
I listen sometimes.
Hey,
yeah.
One thing I can tell you, though, when we do the weekend meetings on Sundays, we do give you anything and everything to make you successful. I promise you. We don't lie to you. We don't fake it with you. We're not blowing nothing up. We're giving you the real and raw and uncut. It's just that simple. We're not going
to. So my charge to you, Don, is go ahead and write down all your questions, all your concerns you may have. And then when you come into the meeting, which will be next Sunday, not this Sunday, because this is Super Bowl Sunday.
Holiday.
Next Sunday definitely can answer your question and kind of, get you on the right track.
Exactly right.
And and that's basically where I want to try to build this channel too, in my YouTube, is to tell people that, we're not trying to charge nobody for this information. We ain't trying to give you no ebook. We're gonna give you information for free.
Free.
What we know, you're gonna know. Now, how you use it, that's up to you.
The magic word was free.
But know how you use it.
The magic word was free. Because if you go on any other rest of these channels, they trying to charge you. So if you come and if you come and listen, and you, like he said, really listen, take your notes, do anything and everything that can keep your mental stage right, you will be successful in this business. That's for sure.
Right.
And then every so often you'll get a screenshot from him.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Here's hit you up with a screenshot, but we had to hit him up with our.
Come on, Tanya, work harder. You can do this.
We had to hit him up with our screenshot too to let him know we following your blueprint, big bro. We follow.
Yeah. So I must say, I definitely am proud of what y'all doing with your resale business.
I'm proud that you inspired us.
I mean, I just don't want. The thing is the way I operate is, if you're receiving the information that I'm giving you, I'm gonna try to do my due diligence to help you not fail.
Right.
But the key, like I said, is you gotta listen. You gotta listen. You gotta listen to the detailed stuff, because the detailed stuff is what can make you lose in this business if you're not listening. So the small things that you need to do in order to be successful in this business. Most of the time, the big stuff you can recover, but it's the small things that build up that can make you lose in this business.
Man, you first started, you ain't following the blueprint. Yeah, you be looking at the money you thought you invested. You be looking like this.
Yeah. You don't follow the blueprint, you definitely it's an L around the corner.
Yeah, right.
You don't follow the blueprint, it's definitely an L around the corner.
We know of some. That follow the blueprint, and they really got hit upside the head. But hey,
It's not hard. It's not hard if you really want it and you have the time to do it.
Right.
If you like shopping, I love
this,
shopping.
This business right here is you got to have a passion for hustling. That is the key. You got to have a passion to hustle. When you don't want to get out of the bed to go to that store, but you know you need to go to that store, and you get up and go anyway,
right?
You know you got to hustle.
Right.
Okay, so that's right there is what's gonna make you or break you. If you got that hustling spirit and you can pay attention to detail, you can be successful in this business.
So, and back to big time, and you guys that were asking and wanting to know about scanning and when, how, and what, and all that stuff, you're going to be so involved with this that it's going to be like you don't even.
It's going to be second nature.
Example, I want to tell you guys this. We went last night to Penny's to get the grandson a sweatshirt for the NFL day today. So our mindset is to go get him a sweatshirt. No, we're doing this, scanning everything. We walked out of Penny's with a sweatshirt for the grandson and a cart full of sales and deals that we will be sending to Amazon and flipping.
Yeah.
Right.
You just, I mean, it's just second nature. You're in there shopping for a gallon of milk and you are scanning everything. When you see that UPC, you're excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So Donna says she have so many questions.
She's going to get her list started.
So yeah, just put your list together. Put your list together and come into the meeting. Like I said, next Sunday. We're going to need some type of information to get you the link to come to the meeting, and then from there. Okay, so yeah, that's good. So from there, you know, we'll definitely have the answers to your questions, so that you can go ahead and get started. Because you know, you don't want to be like me sitting on the fence for 6 months. I shouldn't have been on that fence for 6 months. I had it in 3 months, but I stayed where I was for another 3 months.
I tried to tell you.
We stayed longer than you did on that fence. So.
Right. But hey, I mean, we almost veterans now, so
yeah, that's okay.
Hey, you know, one thing I can just say though, you know, T, just by you saying us sitting on the fence, we sitting on the fence, you sitting on the fence. But when we got off that fence, now everybody in trouble because they got to get out of our way. You
right.
Buffalo, Glass City Pickers, we trying to get it, and we gonna pick all over y'all to get that. If y'all all in the way, that's your fault. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't want to do y'all thing. That's your fault. I want to make sure that everybody understand that come around us, that get in this right here with us, that we gonna give y'all everything y'all need. Like he said, he didn't have the tools. He had to learn the tools, and then he came and shared the tools with us of the whole format, the whole business, and everything he has shared, everything he has said has came true. I thank God every day because I sit back and I be like, man, I'm doing something different that I never thought I would. Did you think you'll be doing this 2 or 3 years ago? No. 2.5 years ago? No. So it's just like we get to spend time on the road together when we out shopping. We get to talk and just hang and relate and do different things and think about our business and how we trying to grow it. And then we on the phone with him. Where y'all at? We heading up north over here. He like, where? I'm heading down here. It's just like.
And the thing is, what I like about that, we are in constant communication.
Yes.
About the business.
Yes.
And that's how you need to be. I mean, we trying to get the new folks in the network to be the same way. You gotta. That's the only way you're gonna grow. Right. You know, you can't grow without communication. You know, you're gonna stay right where you are if you're not communicating. So that's what I can say about us is in this business, we are in constant communication.
Yes.
I am off next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we were gonna go to Georgia, but we might big time. I have a grandbaby on the way. So so we are gonna try to go, like I said earlier, to Plain City, or we're going to go. I want to get a pallet of something. I really want to. I want to get a pallet.
But one thing, we're not just wanting to get a pallet. We're not just going to go buy anything. You can best assure that. We're going to do our research on wherever we go.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do our research before we go and waste our gas money or our mileage and don't come back with nothing. We're not going to get no junk.
We don't do that.
So, and we usually do pretty good. If we if we don't go somewhere, we still gonna hit stores and hit all kind of stuff, and then come back home and try to hit stuff that's online. We gonna try to do whatever we need to do.
So, and big time, you guys have all the Rosses around there. So, Dawn did say that there's a Ross going to be opening up in Indiana. So, and then little Troy did say in Cleveland. So, we'll have a few other stores.
Yeah, we have
fairly close to us.
You know,
when I say fairly close, that's a 2-hour drive.
It's still some driving, but
I mean, you know, in let's not forget, we talk about all the big box stores and discount stores, but let's not forget that estate sales, and the yard sales, and the garage sales, all those places I have made a lot of money from. I have made more money from estate sales than I have from garage sales, but I've been to more estate sales than I have garage sales. So let's not forget those too. But there's so many avenues in this business to make money. You just got to figure out, you know, which way you want to go, how you going to plan it out. Like y'all saying, all the Rosses are starting to pop up. I mean, you just got to plan out your trip. And that's what I do for estate sales. If I find 5 or 6 estate sales that I want to go to, my wife, she like to go to estate sales. So we'll map it out and then we'll go, you know, check them out. And you never know what treasures you can find at those estate sales.
Estatesales.net.
Estatesales.net.
Right.
There's one up the street from us tomorrow. I forgot to tell you. But cool. Yeah, there is one close to us tomorrow.
So
you want to check it out. You want to check it out.
Stores, Goodwill thrift stores. You can check just like recently,
Goodwill's,
Walgreens and all the little pharmacy stores and everything. They had little good gems in there. You know, it's a lot of stores that's going out of business right now too. So you just got to keep your eyes open for that stuff too. You know, so it's
any store that's going out of business. We get
a lick.
At Elder Beerman here last year.
Elder Beerman,
Oh my gosh,
Whoa, we hit a lick. I'm talking about, it was so beautiful, and you know, we had so many comforters that we were just like, man.
I tell you what, when Cars R Us went out of business, that was a boost. I'm talking about a super boost to my business. I left out of Cars R Us with 5 shopping carts of toys.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to call my wife for backup to get some of that stuff. So yeah, that's another. You know, you definitely want to look for these stores that liquidate. If they liquidate now, try to get there. I mean, right now Macy's is closing some stores, so and some of their stores are at 50 to 75% off.
Wow.
Man.
You know, and then GameStop is closing some stores.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
We heard about that last year that they were going to be.
Yeah. Well, they put it in effect right now.
Right now, huh?
Right. Yeah. You go to like Instagram and just type in GameStop. There's guys putting out posts showing them in these stores buying up stuff. And right now, from what I've seen, it was a few stores in New York that closed out. So they moving around the list of stores that they closing out.
Well, I remember one time that they would say they was going to close over 124 stores at one time.
Right,
you know and so I thought where we used to live at, I thought that store was going to get closed, but it never got closed still. So I thought, man, that just jumped. They talking, but then people start talking that they are doing it. So you keep an eye out.
Well, I mean, you know, it's all these stores that, you know, as soon as you hear any word about them closing down, you definitely got to go and get in social media or get on to Google and figure out what's going on with these stores, or call those stores locally and see what's going on, because some stores could be closing down right there in your town and you miss them because you're so busy chasing other stuff at discount stores and not even knowing that Sears or JCPenney's or Kmart's or something like that is going out of business.
Oh, Dawn, you do.
Oh yeah.
Not even gonna lie.
Yeah, Don, you've been in the game if you been reselling when Toys R Us went out of
That
business.
was a beautiful thing.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah. When you call it the honey spot, that was the honey spot for real, boy. Because hey, we packed that.
That was the end of the rainbow right there. That was
right.
gold.
We packed that joker up. We packed on top of the wheelchair and everything. We had stuff everywhere.
I remember the last day I went into a Toys R Us. They were selling the fixtures in there, and the lady was like, "Well, we got a $1 spot," and I looked over there, and it was probably about 40 Funko Pops, which I really even never heard of Funko Pops at the time.
Right.
But for $1, I went and bought them all.
Right.
I was like, I got to be able to do something with these. And I was able to flip them. I think I bought them for $1, sold them for $20. Wow.
That works.
Hey.
Yeah. So
that's what it's all about.
Right.
That's what it's all about. Finding them gems and making something happen with them.
Right.
So
right.
You just got to do your work. You got to do your work. And it ain't going to fall from the sky, but you got ass up above to help out a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to try to do this on a regular once a week with myself, Buffalo Picker, and Glass City Pickers, and just kind of discuss, what our future plans are for reselling. What are we currently doing right now? And, just here to, if you got any questions and we'll provide the answers if we know the answer. One thing about us is we're not going to shoot from the hip. If we don't know the answer, we will find out. But you can best believe if we tell you, something, that's because we doing it or have done it. Right. So we're going to go ahead and bring this show to a close. And I'm glad to be able to introduce you all to the Glass City Pickers. I think we had a pretty, productive show. I think Sue came in and saved the day on a few things, which, definitely grateful for her to take the time out to come by and check out our show.
Beautiful.
So with that being said, Glass City Pickers, y'all got the last word.
Everybody, thank you so much for coming out and watching us and commenting and asking the questions and inquiring. And we hope that you do exactly what we did, get inspired and grow. And
last but not least, go to YouTube, Buffalo Pickers, Glass City Pickers. Go to YouTube. We got some entertaining videos and some enlightening videos.
Oh, don't forget about Deals for Dale.
Oh,
and
not bad.
Budget Buddy.
Budget Buddy.
Yeah.
I forgot. I apologize, Budget Buddy and Deal for Dale. My bad. I'm just running my mouth. Don't mean no harm. Hey, because it ain't nothing but love.
And
right. So so let's go ahead and end this one, and this we'll call this episode 1.
Peace.
And we'll see y'all next week. I think we're gonna basically make this the time for the show every Friday at 7:30. But we'll discuss that, and then get back and schedule the time. So if 7:30 Friday doesn't work for you all, we'll just change it for another time in the week.
It'll be fine.
We do us.
Okay.
Thanks, Buffalo Pickers.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Hey, and lastly, everybody, thank you all for coming out to watch the show. Please like and subscribe for Buffalo Picker, Glass City Picker, Sue, She Sells by Sue.
That's a hard one.
Deal for Dale, Budget Buddy. Make sure y'all go check out their channels and like and subscribe. And with that being said, still a nation.
Have a good night.
Peace.